The road ended sooner than it should have. The traveler checked his map again, but the lines were gone. Every familiar path, every mark he had drawn, vanished as if swallowed by the earth itself. A chill ran down his spine, and he took a hesitant step back, as if the road itself might have shifted behind him while he wasn't looking. The trees loomed like silent sentinels, their twisted branches clawing at the gray sky. Fog rolled in quietly, thicker than any fog he had ever known, curling around rocks and roots like slow, pale fingers. The air smelled damp, earthy, and faintly metallic. His lungs burned slightly with each breath, the cold air carrying a strange tang of rust. The damp earth sucked at his boots. Each step felt heavier than the last, as if the ground itself were reluctant to let him move forward. No stars. No wind. Only the sound of his own heartbeat, loud and insistent, in his ears. He told himself it was just fog, just a valley hidden from light, a forgotten place. Yet, the air, it had changed. It was denser here, pressing against his skin. A weight that wasn't there before. The silence pressed against him, heavy and unnatural. Every breath seemed amplified. Every footstep echoed, hollow and distant, and yet nothing moved. Not a single bird, not a single rustle of leaves. Just the fog in him. Then, through the haze, a light flickered. A single window, glowing red. A village, where no village should exist. The edges of the fog shimmered in its glow, like smoke around a candle flame that he stepped forward slowly, each step deliberate. The fog began to part, revealing rooftops crooked and uneven, long shadows stretching like fingers across the ground. Wooden houses leaned toward one another, as if whispering secrets in voices he could not hear. Lanterns swayed, though no wind stirred. Every door hung open, but none invited him in. The village felt alive, yet empty, watching, waiting, holding its breath. He called out, his voice echoing strangely, warped and distant, as though answering itself. Eyes seemed to watch him from broken windows, but when he squinted, nothing. No one, just fog, drifting like smoke through the hollow streets. Step by cautious step, he moved forward. He felt drawn, as though invisible threads pulled him toward the largest house at the center. Each heartbeat made the hair on his neck rise. Something was following him, though he could see no shape, hear no sound. The door of the house was half buried in fog. He pushed it open. The hinges screamed, a sound so loud it made the fog quiver and twist around him. Dust fell like ash. Cobwebs brushed his face. The walls were damp, warm, alive. Every picture frame faced the wall. Every shadow seemed to shift in place. He raised his flashlight. The beam landed on a cracked mirror. His reflection stared back at him. For a moment, it seemed normal. Then it smiled. Not him, something else, lurking behind the glass. He spun around. Nothing. Silence. The fog seeped in through cracks, curling around his ankles like icy fingers. Upstairs, the air grew heavier. Each step groaned under his weight, echoing endlessly. A handprint marked the wall, fresh, wet, trembling. He touched it. Cold, sticky, almost alive. Something breathed above him. Slow. Measured. Human, yet wrong. The light flickered. Shadows moved, though there was nothing to cast them. He froze. Something shifted in the darkness. But when he looked, only fog stared back. At the end of the hall, a door glowed faint red from beneath. He approached. His breath fogged in the cold air. The doorknob pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat. He pressed his ear to it. Whispering. Words soft, urgent, incomprehensible. But the whisper wasn't coming from inside. It was behind him. He turned. The hallway was empty. Yet the whisper said his name. Over and over. Closer with each repetition. He shivered. His stomach twisted. The walls began to move. At first, a faint tremor. Then a pulse. Stronger. Resonating through the floor, through his chest. Wood cracked like splintering bone. Red veins of light spread across the ceiling, crawling like living things. Portraits fell, their empty eyes screaming silently. Panic surged. He ran for the stairs. But there were none. Only walls, breathing, alive. The house had become a body, and he was inside it. He stumbled through twisting corridors, turning corners that led nowhere. Each room seemed to stretch and elongate unnaturally. Shadows grew into monstrous shapes. Mirrors reflected him, and someone else. Always just behind. Always smiling. He collapsed on the floor, shaking. The house breathed around him. Its heart beat louder than his own. Its pulse synced with the trembling of the walls. He could feel the air pressing in from all directions. The ceiling lowered. The hallway narrowed. He ran blindly. The floor pulsed beneath him, sinking with his own heart. Whispering grew louder. Names. Secrets. Threats. Cold fingers of fog brushed against him, pushing him back. He entered a room filled with broken furniture, the air thick with decay. A single rocking chair moved on its own, creaking slowly. He approached cautiously. It stopped. Silence. Shadows gathered behind him, pressing in. He turned. Nothing. He moved again. The chair creaked once more. Behind him, faint footsteps echoed, but when he looked, the floor was empty. He crawled forward, hands scraping over the damp, cold floor, trying to find some way out. Then, suddenly, silence. Darkness. Fog settling. His flashlight blinked twice, then died. He lay still, listening. The house exhaled once, long and low. Its pulse slowed. He could no longer distinguish where he ended and where it began. By dawn, the fog returned fully to the valley. The village stood silent, frozen, waiting. Only one window glowed red. Travelers passed through that road. Sometimes they see a figure, a man walking in endless circles, carrying a broken lantern. His eyes hollow. His mouth silent. They call him the one who never left. Because the fog remembers every soul that enters. And now, it waits for another.